Teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The first carry for Josh Adams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone!
From the gun, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Here's Allen to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there. They just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They give him a gain of 38.
Leopard!
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Rosen. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
No, check, Patriots!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Going underneath for Gordon, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll begin here with Adams. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
On 2nd down, Adams. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Detroit! 13. Check 13.
A carry for Adams. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They go play action here on 1st down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And now they'll throw with Allen.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Adams, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Here's Jones. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. one-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Caught left side, Williams. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Hey, you got 3.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll go with a keeper. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Rosen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. And he's able to put it through. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He sets to fire deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now. Adams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Gone! Let's get off the field.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DJ Chark, 76 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Buffalo after this. Rosen on 1st and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
All right, I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Adams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead. And it's up and good.
Number 89,
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jones. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rosen. Going up top. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Rosen to throw again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Gone!
Allen will try again on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught at the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Hauschka's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Rosen now off the bootleg. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. To me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Jones on the return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now Rosen on first down. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Rosen will throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Rosen. He's got a man. It's Williams. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big gain of 39 on third.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now it's Rosen. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch the edge! Over!
It's a quarterback sneak, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. So on 3rd and goal, Gordon, and he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now Jones. The Bills getting set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Detroit! 4 down.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter.
No. Check. Patriot.
Again, here's Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Gun!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And Daniels has it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. His throw incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 38, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On first down, Adams. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
On second down, Adams able to spin free, pushes him over. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
You got three down.
They'll run on first down. Adams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
On second down now, Adams, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
3 down. Hey!
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jones. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And maybe a yard up to the 29. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. The first throw now for the backup, Keenan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
First down, Adams. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They'll run again with Adams. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Adams, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Jones. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
Well, there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now Jones. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season.
Gone!
On first down, it's Rosen. Being chased out left. And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Double tight. 3 down.
On second down, Adams. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Double tight, guys, double tight. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Woo!
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our